Greetings, friends and foes. Grab yourself a chair and please join James, Chris, Wes, and Lee on an adventure forged in the fires of creation. I am Josh, your host and dungeon master, and this is Hooked on Draconics.
Josh? The Christmas goose?
Yes.
Like candy cane?
His name is Lloyd.
Shit.
Oh my god. You got
his name was Lyle.
Lloyd the Christmas goose.
Yeah, we need to buy a new outfit for him.
Yeah, it's got some leaves on it.
Is he here?
Yeah, he's right there.
Lloyd? Yeah, he's
Oh
right
my
there.
gosh, he's
Special
beautiful.
guest star.
Special guest on the podcast,
Yeah.
Lloyd the Christmas goose.
Yeah.
Yeah, he needs a new outfit. But he's a cutie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
I
a
also
hat.
need to put some sand in his feet so he'll actually stand up in the wind. That's why he's inside.
Oh, he's a...
It was
okay.
really windy last Saturday.
Yeah.
So,
Speaking of last Saturday.
speaking of last Saturday, we managed to find Wes after he wandered off into the woods.
After he Sasquatched off.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I kind of got lost outside. It's a big world out there.
It's a big, big, scary, dark world out there. But we found you. You're
It's-
doing well?
It's really only dark because we record at
Did
night.
you get a chance to pee?
I did eventually find the perfect place. And I literally only go there anytime I need to. So,
So before we turn into the pissing podcast,
Let's not.
that's why I didn't mention anything.
let's do a recap.
We weren't until you mentioned it.
Well, we had to mention it after you abruptly left the podcast last week.
I was trying to do it
It's
secretly.
going to take a whole week for them to figure out like what happened and why we just cut it off.
Yeah. People are going to be... You know, actually, it's
Usually-
the best cliffhanger you could possibly do.
Someone
it just abruptly ends because someone wanders away.
Yeah, you didn't say all right though.
We-
So it's going to be
Oh,
confusing.
man.
You can take this... All right.
Very awkward.
And edit it into
Got
the
it. Got
podcast.
Just
And
got it written down.
It's a minute 45 in this.
so I would like to see or hear a recap from you guys from last session.
We talked.
Yes.
And recap done.
Okay. Look.
I
Yes.
pulled out my flute.
I mean, technically,
You played
every
my
session
flute.
is just us talking. Occasionally, we roll dice.
So we should just do that recap for literally every
I mean,
time.
we
then.
can.
Like,
Yeah.
we talked, and welcome.
When we start phoning this in...
Start.
Oh, you haven't been voting the...
No, I take this very seriously.
Oh.
You look really concerned there.
And now he looks worried.
I
Sad.
was crying.
Now he's fake crying for views.
So much pressure.
As a notation to new players, if you don't make your DM cry at least once per campaign, you're doing it wrong.
DMs need to feel a constant high level of stress from their players. So, yeah.
You hold it in very well.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Usually.
That's because I'm already dead inside.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Samesies.
Yeah.
Same as he.
Why we haven't made him cry yet? We just don't care. No, I'm just kidding.
You don't care enough to make me cry.
So we had some backstory reveals.
Some cool backstory reveals.
Yeah.
We found out some
Turns
guys.
out
Some
everybody except for maybe you,
Yeah.
Dormund, are being hunted down.
Well, I'm not being hunted down per se.
That you know of.
No, they think he's dead.
Yeah, they think I'm dead.
Yeah.
That was many hundreds of years ago. They've probably given up by now.
Dwarves don't hold grudges.
Dwarves don't hold century-long grudges, no.
No, see, they think he's dead, so the grudge is dead. They find him. Maybe they'll make him dead.
If they recognize me, I mean, are those people still... This is all up for Josh.
Hey, is that the
Decide.
same spider? That spider with the beard looks kind of familiar.
I swear I
It doesn't
recognize
help
that
that every
spider
one of your
somewhere.
transformations has a large dwarven beard on it.
Dwarves are known to identify each other primarily by the beard. So
That I don't know. That sounds like some kind of weird stereotype.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. My character's previous stereotype was proven true.
Well, everybody recognized him because he didn't have a beard. He had mutton chops.
No. This character's previous stereotype about dwarves.
Oh, I thought you were
With the
talking
brew.
about your past dwarf
Oh,
character
no,
who
no.
decided to shave his beard and grow mutton chops.
He had a beautiful set of mutton chops.
Yes.
Delicious.
And everybody recognized you because of it.
Just because your one character's stereotype is coincidentally true this one time does not mean that stereotypes are true stereotypically.
Anyway,
Yes. So yes, backstory reveals. Thorman and Cass went and got Bunce Brew. And
yeah, I learned he's a boy. He's going through changes.
Yeah, you learned he's a boy going, or you learned that Cass is a boy going through
Yes.
changes,
Cass is a boy compared to an elf. Yes.
and he's going through changes.
Yeah.
Going through changes. Not normal for a human. Not
Yeah.
normal for anyone, really.
That's true. And you got some brothers and sisters who might be eager to find you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Whatever that entails.
Familia.
It's true.
And then yeah, you went and got some brew from Bunt,
Yeah, Mr. Butt.
Mr. Butt as he is known, or that's his father's name.
Yeah, that's his father's name.
And
He was very upset when you asked him about getting the recipe from him.
It's not very professional. He's texting. Right
Oh
now.
my
no,
god.
I forgot to turn on the timer. We can cut this out
Oh.
or keep this in. I don't care.
So we have to start everything over.
No, it's
Okay.
fine. No, it's fine.
We're
Just-
6
Alright,
minutes
so-
in.
yeah,
We found Wes again.
yes.
After weeks.
Yeah. That was
Sorry.
I've been in the woods.
I already did that bit already.
Yeah, we already found Wes.
He built a whole yurt. It was amazing.
Yeah, just outside your house.
Well, I did tell you I got new power tools, so
This is
I
true.
have to use them.
Yeah.
Um.
We're now a
So yeah, you
yurt-building
talked to Bunt.
podcast.
Bunt was very protective of his brew, but he was willing to brew some extra as long as you gave him some gold to buy some supplies.
Which we did.
And then he,
That was about it.
yelled at you at one point.
Yeah, well, him.
Yeah.
Cassius.
And then you went back to the Grove.
We fixed
Hey.
up Dryad Tanilla.
Well, first you found out Talon's terrible, horrible secret. He knows how to professionally dance.
Yeah, he's a great
He's
dancer.
amazing at it.
Amazing.
And I'm a mediocre flute player. Mediocre?
But it was brought up by Talon's dancing.
Talon's a regular satyr. He's got the horns. He's got the flute. He's got the. Wait a second, you're not a
Theme
tiefling at all.
Wow, genius.
And
My mind.
Back that up over
and
here,
he even
Talon.
did it in a Dryad's Grove.
My god.
You kind of missed that point.
Yeah, no, I did not make that connection at all.
I didn't either.
That was a good call, Wes.
Yeah.
Ah.
Wes, as a known satyr himself.
I'm known to have a very high wisdom stat.
Well,
Said no one ever.
Not a great constitution at holding your pee, though.
Very
It's true.
shameful. Anyway.
so let's.
Wes is most definitely a everything's a dump step, but charisma.
All charisma all the way.
Wow. Well, that's some shade. I'm just kidding.
Is it shade if he's correct?
Oh, well, I guess not.
So let's jump right into the story, shall we?
Yeah.
You were talking to Tanilla, and she just told you that the wind was weird.
Wouldn't be weird, yo.
Yes, we know.
And it has some sort of otherworldly presence that is not a pure elemental or something.
Yes.
It could possibly be some kind of fiend.
Yeah.
And or extraplanar even.
I think a lot of elements are, aren't they?
Would you call it a aeroplaner?
Boo!
Sorry, you're out of luck there.
Oh, there's no more?
No.
Aw.
There's beef jerky, though.
No, I don't want
You want some-
I wanted a sweet treat.
Some beef jerky.
Don't crinkle the beef jerky packet.
That's a...
Well, you guys continue without me. I'm leaving.
Okay.
But we need you.
Yeah, we kind of do need.
Wait, no one's going to be around to
I don't
press
need you.
pause.
I don't need you. I just really want you.
Oh.
There you go.
So,
And we were told not to throw this.
Yes, she specifically said don't break the bottle.
Yeah.
Bummer.
And we discovered, and by we, I mean I have been now told there are several more Uraq shards out there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's kind of new.
I don't think
too.
So
any
it's
of us
going to
got a
be
good.
extra
missed that
annoying
part.
to go hunt him down now.
I don't think any of us got a good look at how many there were.
How
You did
hard
not.
can tracking the wind be?
Yeah.
I literally made a whole character with that one sentence in mind once upon a time.
Good times.
Well,
One of my best characters.
Oh my God.
yeah, he was cool. So, all right.
Well, I think I saw some go off that way, that way, that way, and that way.
It's. I suppose they're gone by now, and that is not something we can deal with at the moment.
Liable to agree.
Well, what can we do? Tillo, how can we help you?
You've done enough as it is. I'm happy and healthy, and I'll take extra care to restore my tree to its glorious luster.
Of course, and we'll bring by some more of that brew tomorrow.
Very well. I don't have much to offer you, but I
we
can offer you
we
my
weren't
thanks.
looking for anything. We just came to help.
Well, I appreciate it.
If it wasn't stopped now, then this would really get out of control, and the whole forest would have been infected. The whole village would have wound up infected.
And in the world.
Dun dun!
Well, maybe Rajak's husband figured something out. He was going to round up some of his folk and get things together, figure things out. What was his name? The gnome? Felden?
Was it Felden?
Felden sounds right.
Yeah, Felden sounds right.
Yeah, maybe Felden got some answers.
Did you write it down?
Did you?
Yes, but I don't have those notes in front of me right now.
Pretty sure it's Felden. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I edit this out. Don't put any of this in. I'm
Well, you
singing
know
the
what-
song so that way you know to edit it out. Don't edit this out.
Start playing some copyrighted
Felden,
music.
that was his name.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was getting
Keeping
some
that
stuff
in.
together.
I know you're keeping that in. I asked you to. In the song that I just sung.
Oh, don't edit it. You did say
Yeah, I said.
I'm
Don't.
going to edit out the song.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. Do that.
I might try to put some music behind it. That'd be
Oh,
fun.
yeah, sure. Go ahead. Auto-tune me. I dare you.
Oh, there's one specific song you put that.
No! Yes, Felden. Is Rajak's
In the
husband.
future,
Yeah.
that's going to be behind a very large Patreon paywall.
I'll allow it.
We have it on tape. It's allowed.
Ah, yes.
And maybe he's rustled up some info by now.
He did know a little bit about the temple beneath where they built up.
I believe he's one of them archaeologists.
All right, let's take a step back here. What is our objective now?
I just want to get some rest.
I mean, that's a good one.
We haven't been given any new plot points.
That is true.
So I'm thinking we head back to town. Things
Perhaps new
seem
plot points will pop up there.
Yeah.
Maybe a side quest or two in the meantime.
started here. Well, ma'am, if you need anything, we'll be in town. You can just ask Chuck or Jerry to find us.
That I will do.
Tell them we got better bread this time.
See to it that you do.
Did they tell you about the shitty bread too?
Aye, they did. They told everyone in the forest.
They've been talking shit about your bread.
I mean, to be fair, it's not good. Oh, I'm tired. I'm losing my accent. The more I talk to this character.
Oh, Ty.
Wow,
Hey.
there's only like one or two bakeries in the whole village. Which is the bad one?
Oh, man. It's just flour and water,
Ooh.
also known as hardtack.
Yeah.
Say, you're gonna need some oil, maybe a little yeast.
Also called worm castles, historically.
Oh.
Worms live in it. Anyway, that's like,
I feel like I would know about that.
Yeah.
but
Yeah, you're the professional worm man.
the professional worms player.
I'm just your simple, ordinary worm grunter.
I still don't know what that is, but something about it doesn't sound
We've
right.
talked about it
We
on
told
the
you to look it
podcast.
up.
Smack the ground and the worms come out.
Oh, okay.
just like in the movie Godzilla.
It just
like we
sounds
discussed in the podcast.
weird. Anyway, yeah, I think heading back town's a good idea.
Yeah, what about you, Stump?
Care to join us?
I'll think about it. I'll be on the outskirts of the forest, maybe.
All right, yeah, well, my house is about a half hour northwest of the town.
Okay.
You've probably seen it.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I might set up camp there.
All right. It'll be awful good.
I'm in a little fisherman's shack just right off of the river.
How close to town?
About similar, more west of town.
Okay.
And this is just something out of game. Is it a big river, like a Mississippi kind of river, like trade river?
No,
or-
it's like a small river.
Okay, like,
like
French
you-
Broad.
Yeah,
Sort
there's
of.
not boats like personal boats can go down it, but like large boats can't.
Okay.
Yeah, no trading vessels.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, that was because you said there was like a boat works, and you,
Oh,
you
the-
did say quotes or something
Yeah,
around
the
it.
ship works is in quotes.
Yeah,
because
okay.
it's just like paddle boats.
I
Big
gotcha.
enough for fishing, not enough for shipping.
Yeah.
That's Bunt's motto.
That is where
That
I
is-
learned it from.
Unless you're shipping fishing.
Unless you're shipping fishing up there on the dishing.
What if you're shipping fish, like together, like romantically?
Well, that's a lot anywhere.
Is that what you do all day instead of actually fish? You just capture two and you're like,
Make them kiss.
you're together now.
And then
Mwah.
the kiss.
Make them
Kind
kiss
of get
with their
bored,
fishy lips.
you know? Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah,
Listen, I just use magic to fish. I'll be honest here.
you just throw TNT, the equivalent of grenades, in the water. Oh my
I meant
God.
like mage hand and unseen servant, but yeah.
throw fireballs in the water, see what comes up.
Oh my god.
Yee.
Anyway,
Redneck wizard fishing. Back to town it is.
all right, so you head back to town. So
Stump, actually, there is a little festival going on. It could be a great time for you to come in. There's plenty of cider, there's plenty of brews. Could be a great time for you to check out a little bit of the town.
Hey, you can even meet Sam,
No, that's okay.
There is Sam, yes, well,
aka Porculus.
now Talon is the talk of the town. But Porculus was the talk of the town for years preceding up until then.
I did miraculously out-eat a pig.
That's pretty impressive.
Especially when you see the size of this lod. Damn it. Yeah, ignore that.
you're an Appalachian boy, not
Yeah.
not an Irish lad.
Yeah,
Scottish.
Oh, whatever.
whatever that was.
His other character's Scottish.
Yeah. Anyway, hey, let's head back to town.
You gotta talk a little slow, a little bit like this.
And I give a little hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah,
Hell
brother.
yeah,
Top
brother.
of the morning.
I
to
don't
ya.
think that's Southern Appalachia specific.
We start back. I start back to town.
All right.
Talon, how are
Very
you?
confused about my accent.
How are you feeling, Talon?
It's not the first time I've been knocked out.
Of course. Took a pretty nasty hit there, but you were the last one standing previously.
Yeah, I guess you didn't take too kind to that.
Suppose so.
Anyway, we can take you to a healer when we get back.
How am I feeling? I'm feeling beat up. But I feel good about what we've done today, so.
This has got to be worth more than one good deed, at least. This has got to be a few.
Yeah, saved Jace today. Saved Fredbear. Saved the Heart of the Forest. Saved the Dryad. Hell of a good day's work.
Honest work.
Mm-hmm. If you want to make the distinction.
And Stump, we really couldn't have done this without you.
Most certainly not.
Is that a finger?
Which is. really, I'd like to invite you to the festival with us.
It's a rip roaring good time.
If nothing else, I've enjoyed your company so far.
I don't do crowds.
Me neither. So this will work out great.
I just start walking away.
What?
Okay, well, he clearly doesn't want to be bothered anymore, so
Wait, what'd you say?
leave it alone.
I don't know why I couldn't hear that. Sorry.
I just started walking away.
Oh, you started walking away. All right, you start Sasquatching away.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you know where we are, Stump.
I guess we'll get in touch tomorrow
Yeah, we'll see.
sometime.
Bye-bye.
Oh.
All right, thank God he's gone. Anyway.
And Lee was never on the podcast
And
again.
now I'm back to just the audio engineer.
Ah.
I'm gonna move back to the couch.
No, that's taken with stuff.
Yeah.
And our new studio audience.
Ah.
A crate, some wires, and a
Laptop bag.
laptop bag.
Yep. They're
Yeah.
a great audience. They don't make any noise.
No dad today.
No.
Nope. Sorry. I apologize. We head back to
Maybe again.
town. Yep.
So yeah, you head back to town, and Stump, where are you headed?
Oh,
I
God.
might kind of hang out around like the outskirts of the forest,
Okay.
in between like the town and Thorman's house.
Okay. Okay. Cool. So you guys.
On our way back, I'd like to pass by the corpses of the two hunters we kind of just left there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Good thinking. I say as we walk back.
Do you remember their names?
I don't believe you gave them to us originally.
I did actually.
You did.
I
Yeah.
don't remember them.
Pause while we go back and listen
it
to
was
that
Slam.
episode.
I remember their
Are
names.
they in your notes in front of you?
I remember them off the top of my head.
Slam and Jam.
No, it's Slamp. You remember Slamp?
Well,
I'm pretty sure I called them Slamp, but
Slamp and Slamp Jr. is what you called
Yeah.
them.
yeah.
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 But their names are actually Sven and Kara.
Right.
Yeah, that's what we said.
Yeah, Finn and Carl. Yeah.
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 They had
Repeat
names
and
and
repeat. Yeah.
Yeah.
and a backstory.
And
Yeah.
dead.
Bam
dead.
and Jam.
That's not their names.
Slamp and Slam Jr. it is.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Glad
So
we decided on that.
Yeah, we go bury Sven and Kara.
Yeah, I was going to take their personal belongings, bury them
all right. In the forest.
where they died.
Okay. Oh, yeah, you take a little extra time and do that. You take their belongings. I guess some sort of like identifying thing
Yeah.
to kind of like.
This is really awkward to do this without a shovel or anything. We're just...
I've got a shovel.
I take my shovel up.
Oh.
What?
Never leave home without it.
All right.
It's
yeah.
it's a multi-purpose tool.
Oh, I thought we were just going to do this by hand. That's much...
You ain't been a ditch digger before, it seems.
I've not.
Never buried a body?
Also, no. Wait. We'll talk about that later.
Well, you're about to get some life experience here.
I carry a lot of things on me.
I hand you a smaller trowel.
You need tools. I need tools for all of my situations.
Cassius Eldritch Blast the ground. I can just do this all day.
Oh, is that where the worms are?
That's sometimes how I get the worms. Yes.
Stick a straw in the dirt.
No, Talon is,
That would make sense, but no.
Talon is going to take a lot of time, effort, and do it in an honest fashion.
And while he's... Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Because he just ended two people's lives, whether or not they were,
Infected or no?
infected or no. And he, being a local hunter around here, probably had met these people.
Yeah.
And I will carve little headstones out of wood nearby using my carpenter's tools.
Yeah, they're a husband and wife hunting team.
Well, not anymore.
Yeah.
No, they're dead.
Now they're dead.
That's what it says on their tombstone. Their woodstone. Tomb wood.
Husband and wife hunting team. Well, not anymore. They're dead.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Nailed it.
So you bury them.
And I give him like a little... Not a cross. I don't know what... What's the symbol of Lauma?
Lauma is a...
Christmas tree. Got it.
No. It is a...
Berry bush?
Yes,
Oh,
actually.
divine berries.
Yeah, I thought it was. Yeah, that's what.
Yeah.
Or it's like a little
like a holly.
like a little holly bush. Yeah, I know the name.
What's the name?
Llama.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh.
And her husband is Dagdan, who's the
That's
god of
the
agriculture.
person I was thinking of. Yeah. Yeah, I not knowing what they actually.
What are you asking? Yeah.
Let's figure out a way to ask that, Wes.
Yeah.
What's happening over there?
Is he leaving to go pee? Wes,
Yeah.
get
Oh
back
my
here.
God.
Wes, where are you going? No.
Wait, I'm back.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wes.
Oh,
Wow.
That was good.
That's
you
scary.
didn't even go outside.
Oh.
Oh,
For the viewers at home, Wes just keeps showing his phone to Josh with no context.
Yeah. I'm not sure
the
what you're
rest of us.
asking.
Josh knows the context. I was just showing him the gods in his
Oh,
own setting.
I remember their
If anything,
names.
you should show me because I don't remember.
I know.
Yeah, well. Yeah. Laoma's the goddess of nature, animals, and beasts. And she is represented by berries. The church and town specifically has those berries, the divine berries as they're called, that cause mild to severe hallucinations.
and
Dagdan,
occasionally will make you rhyme.
also that. Dagdan is her husband, who's the goddess of community, or the god of community, agriculture, and family. And he is an old shepherd-like fellow.
Yeah, I'll make like a little shrine to Llama then
Okay,
for their tombstones.
sounds good.
Yeah, so I'm just digging them up. They're digging up the
Digging them down.
digging the ground up, and then
Yeah.
Yeah.
May
And-
Asteria guide your souls to your star.
Who?
Asteria, the goddess of night, the stars, and magic. You know. Well,
I'm mostly familiar with the ones in town.
of course.
Not learned in such things. Do go on. I don't mean to stop you. Sorry.
yeah, I could really use something to distract me from this hard work. So keep talking, man.
Well, I'm kind of off.
If only I had a druid here that could just move Earth. No, just kidding.
He's just like behind a tree.
I don't have that spell.
Aw.
Yeah, I
No,
cast without trace, and you guys can't see me, but I'm just spying on you.
Ooh.
Oh.
If you want to know about Asteria, she is the elven goddess of night.
Oh, I probably know about that.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm not familiar with that one. Oh, it's an elf.
well,
thing.
you're a wood elf.
I'm only
it's
familiar
a
with
high
the
elf.
human
It's
gods.
more of a high elf thing.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Lauma is a wood elf goddess.
Oh, never mind.
So,
I'll definitely
yeah.
be more
Which
familiar
is
with that one.
kind of weird that Cassius kind of mentions her, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Asteria being the goddess of night and magic, she is the twin brother to Thesan, is his name, who is the elven god of the sun, and something else I don't remember.
Lee gasp.
Light and protection. Yeah, classic.
And after we're done placing the bodies, then I'm actually going to gather up a handful of tree seedlings, like acorns and pine cones and stuff like that, bury them with the bodies, and then cover them back up.
All right, it is done.
And that'll return them to the forest.
Good on you.
Certainly a shame. I do feel responsible.
I'm
If,
pretty exhausted now.
The one responsible is that Uraq.
Oh, most certainly. But,
yes, well, we've got a little.
But
part
I
of
understand that.
I will collect their bear traps
Yeah.
Yeah, very good.
and put them in this mini pocketed coat I just keep shoving things into.
That I'm not monitoring you over.
Yeah.
A code of holding.
Yeah.
All right, and you make your way back towards the town. All right.
Is the festival still going on?
Yes, it's a
Until
weekend-long
tomorrow.
festival.
No, it's a weekend long.
Yeah. Well, it's right now. It's Saturday.
Right.
AKA
Saturday. I haven't come up with
AKA the day before Sunday, but after Friday.
Yeah.
Sat day, the day where you sat.
Where you take the SATs.
Yeah.
No, it's Catterday.
the day where you share pictures of cats.
You mean
On the internet.
every day?
It's very confusing.
Every day
honestly.
is Catter Day in Windstone.
That's
Yes,
their motto.
yes, that is their motto. Yeah, as you make your way back to Windstone, the festival is still in full swing. You hear the sounds of like music playing, people cheering and talking. You're all exhausted, so it's kind of a similar situation from yesterday when you left the Windstone and reached town, and everyone was just absent-mindedly celebrating, not aware of the immense danger that they're in. And as you kind of walk through the streets, you see the different games that are going on, the different food stalls, the vendors, that kind of thing. You see there's a bull riding pin that they've set up where there's an actual bull, not like the mechanical bull, because mechanical bulls don't exist in this world.
Not in this town,
There's
anyhow.
no artificers?
Well, okay,
Or gnomes.
there are gnomes.
There is a gnome.
There is a gnome, yeah.
Two-way.
But anyway,
3.
the
5.
Mechanical bull would just revolutionize everything.
yeah,
It's true.
but no, it's an actual bull that someone's riding, and then they're like, "Oh, 15 seconds, idiot!" And then
Berate the people as they get off.
yeah, well, they berate the people as they fall off
Oh, okay.
because they're not getting off. The bull's winning.
They've got their clowns and everything, too.
Yeah. And suddenly, a group of people run up to Talon, and they say, "We've been looking all over for you. You need to be sitting in your throne."
Well, King, I'll leave you to it.
And they
Oh boy, wow.
they
My
s-
throne, huh?
they throw a cloak of leaves over you, and do you got your crown that you won last night?
Of course I've got my crown. I make sure I have my crown.
Yeah, you
okay.
put it in a box.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you pull out
Yeah,
your
I
crown,
take it out of the box.
you put it on your head,
Put it on.
and then they whisk you away from the...
Yes, carry me, subject.
It fits really snugly between your horns.
Wow, power went to his head really quickly.
Oh, yeah. So they whisk you away to the center of town.
He had this big moment of humility where he just buried 2 bodies, and Lee, of course, is going to play sad music over that, I'm sure, and then...
Nah, too much work.
Ah. But you're going to play festival music over this part, right?
Yeah, we really showed them respect with
Oh,
our
wait, I already have a
confusion of...
festival song.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just replay it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same festival, so it works.
Yeah.
So they whisk you over to the center of town where there's a large... Where the pie eating contest was. There's now a large wooden throne, decorated with all these autumnal, types of themed decorations. There's a cornucopia, there's leaves, there's pumpkins and whatnot, and let your mind wander.
You do the work, audience.
It's a big crazy throne, come on! Use your imagination.
What's the throne made out of?
It's wood.
Pumpkin
it's
throne.
wood.
Yeah, it's a wooden throne.
I didn't know if it was going to be something fantastical, but...
No, it's wood.
It's the bones of all of the prior villagers.
Prior villagers.
All of the former defeated pie-eating contestants. Everyone that fails against Porculus is executed summarily.
Jesus. That's why Drotek wanted to eat bacon.
It is.
Oh.
So you are...
Yeah, I sit upon the throne and hold my hand out for a horn of wine.
Yeah, they bring you a horn of cider,
Or cider, yeah, thank you.
and they say, "Speech, speech, speech."
Well, I'd like to, of course, dedicate my victory over Porculus and the rest of the contestants to the wonderful citizens and the hard workers of Windstone.
Huzzah!
Hail the king!
I love that tiefling.
I love that tiefling!
Oh, thank you.
Long
thank you.
live the king!
I love that horny boy. Hey, get out of here. Okay.
Oh, no, keep him.
Oh. Front and center.
And I personally want to thank everyone here
Aww.
for such a warm welcome I've had in the last year becoming a resident of this wonderful town.
We love you, Talon!
Thank you very much. I love you too.
Aww.
You're the only persons that's out eating a pig.
It's really impressive when you think about it.
Well, what's Porculus doing here?
You're so tiny.
That's not Porculus.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, that's Porculus.
Oh, that's true. Never mind.
Sam.
And
Damn.
of course, I'd also like to congratulate Porculus on his 14-year win streak.
Yeah! And you hear some people going like, ah! And then some people going like, boo.
I still love that pig!
Ooh. Shut up.
But when it comes to pie eating, there is no one who can down a pie like me.
Hi-ya!
Someone doing
Huzzah!
like kung fu. Yeah.
Someone karate chopping the bowl.
Do another speech!
Thank you. I'll be making speeches all night.
All right. And as you kind of sit on your throne, people kind of approach you, have short, like, conversations with you, just being like, hey, good job! And, you know, they're basking in your eminence.
You hold court.
You hold court. They say, oh, we need more seeds.
We're gonna get you more seeds.
Yeah!
Cassie's is just standing awkwardly to the side of Talon, like, I don't know if I should, like, get closer, or, like, we were, like, speaking, and then he just got whisked away.
Yeah, if you're standing close to Talon, actually, some people kind of, like, push you aside to kind of get ahead
I think,
in line.
yeah, Cassie's gets, like, just shuffled away
yeah.
further and further from Talon, but it's just, like, sticking around.
Yeah.
I went to check on Felden.
Okay. When you look for Felden, you find him. Actually,
I go to the cart. I go to their stand. I
Yeah.
suppose.
okay. Yeah. You arrive at the stand and you see Rayjack is there, and he's doing his duties, serving the whispering cider. Are you guys okay?
He swallowed wrong over
He
there.
just he slowly like opened
Go ahead
the
and
can so it wouldn't show up on the mic. It totally did the whole thing.
Just go ahead
And
and
now
talk.
he's choking to death.
Oh, God.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and all those in between.
Just cough, man.
Yeah, you don't. It's,
I refuse!
This is going off the rails.
yeah. You good?
I didn't make this a big deal that you guys did.
Well, you're just in the corner vibrating.
Just let me vibrate. I'm out of the seat.
Okay. So, yeah, while Wes vibrates, Thormund,
Yeah.
you arrive at the stall where Rayjack is serving whispering cider to his clientele. And he sees you and he says, oh, Thormund, over here.
Eh,
Felden was looking for you.
where is he? Where is he?
Well, he got his friend who is able to read Orin, and Felden and them are, well, they were looking for you. I think they might be at the Proud Heart Lodge,
All
where
right.
you, near where you stay.
I'm familiar with it.
That's where they expected to find you, anyway.
Man, it's a safe bet most of the time, but... Alright, they gonna be up there for a while?
Well, they're looking for you, so that's where they went to look for you last.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I slide some silver over. Got any more of that cider?
Oh, you don't need to pay, and he hands
right.
you one.
Alright, well, it's for my friends, too.
Oh, here he hands you 2 more.
Alright. I take 3.
And like I was saying, I promise everyone's going to have an amazing harvest all year round.
Whoa! Woo! Woo! Woo!
the whole
Woo!
year.
Wait, Talon, I think you're getting a little carried away. Can you really do it? Can you really promise? Can you really?
And great rain shall fall upon the village.
And what are you gonna do about the stink gnome?
He's a valued member of this community.
No, he's been spraying his stenches all over the place and frankly makes this place smell a bit foul.
Look, just because
Look,
you don't have
the
a
stink
nose...
gnome is going to be elevated to the Ambassador of Smells.
Okay.
You're gonna have to hold your promise. We're gonna hold your feet to the fire for that one there.
Oh, no. Whatever shall I do?
Well, frankly,
Make him the ambassador of smells.
Frankly, I don't much care for the stink gnome myself, but well, if he's
Well,
a valued member
He
of
is
the
a valued
community,
member of the community, like all of us are.
I suppose you're right.
Someone get that man a lozenge.
Yes.
I command that man to cough. Cough it out.
Sounds like your cider went down the wrong pipe, son.
Yeah, I did.
Well, good to hear. Good to hear indeed.
How is that good?
I don't know. I'm just trying to make you feel better.
It's very rude. It's not making me feel any better.
I'm sorry. Is there anything I can do to help you out?
And as my final command, as the Harvest King, I'm going to out-eat everyone in the next year's pie contest 2-1.
Oh! Oh!
Wait,
Dag didn't be praised.
Dag didn't be praised indeed, my friend.
Praise Dagden.
Do you think Porculus was gonna try to do a rematch next year? I suppose we'll have to see.
I'll take him on any time.
Well, good. Because otherwise that pig's just fat and lazy and stupid.
Don't you call Porculus names now? He's handsome.
Porculus
He's cool.
is still a beloved member of this community as well.
I love that pig!
We know Farmer Prescott.
Farmer Prescott has been a strong, handsome member of this community. Him and his son Wilbur have done great things for...
I mean, they raised a pig to do that.
They raised a pig to eat pies like no one else. They are the pride and joy of Windstone.
Some call it unnatural.
Here-
Dark science. Dark wizardry.
Dark wizardry. Pulled from the bowels of the abyss itself.
But in the end,
Cassius sneaks in over to
Talon's
Talon
just
like,
kind of like looking around like, what?
wait, they use dark magic to
I have
create
no idea,
Porculus?
but I feel like I've got to get out of here.
as Thorman will come behind you. All right, got some more drinks here. Y'all ready to get out?
Ah, yes. Well, my royal escorts have come. I must depart.
Instead of you getting up, I'm gonna lift you up on my shoulders.
Yes.
Praise Talon! Praise Talon!
love that Talon.
And as you walk away, they say, yes, I heard a rumor that they formed a dark circle and chanted over Porculus. And that's how he grew to be so powerful, and then you walk away.
Yeah.
It's probably correct.
I open up my quest journal to see if that spawned any side quests.
You sit there and wait, and nothing. It
Oh,
seems
okay.
to be absent-minded dialogue.
Well, okay.
It's actually secret lore. It's a quest, but we don't get like a marker for
Oh,
it.
we don't get a marker.
The
Yeah,
Thormund has a quest, raise friendship levels in Porculus.
And fitness levels
And fitness levels, yeah.
in Porculus.
It's Morrowind logic. We get the journal entry. We don't actually get a quest marker.
And the directions are wrong.
Oh, no. All right. So,
All right, yeah. So Felden apparently been looking for us. I hand you each a cider.
Oh, how's he doing? Thanks.
He got his friend, and they're at the lodge waiting for us.
oh, no more cider for me.
And just keep it-
Again,
oh.
thank you.
All right.
I don't think I'll be drinking again anytime soon.
I'll hold
So-
on to yours.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
So if you're willing to, if you're still feeling all right, I'm gonna head to the lodge.
They're at the lodge.
Yeah. And the Felden's friend that could translate avian.
I believe it was Orin.
Orin, yes.
Orin. You got some etchings, didn't you?
I did.
All right.
I etched everything I could.
Yeah, that sounds good.
That right.
Yeah,
That's
that was a good idea.
It was. Good idea.
We
You're
might
budding-
get
you're
some
budding
answers finally.
Yeah. You're budding archaeologist there, Talon.
I most certainly am.
Grave robbing's the first step.
If that's what you want to call it.
Again,
Sorry, tomb raiding.
I was gonna say we had this conversation once upon a time. I believe. I mean, what's the cutoff point between grave robbing and archaeology?
100 years?
All right, no,
Yeah.
that's probably been more than 100 years, so we're
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. It's been at least 50.
Probably the similarity between pirating and privateering.
Well, that's a difference of state sponsorship.
Like archaeology and grave robbing, right?
And we're not state sponsored, so I guess we're grave robbers. Shit.
That's more of private sponsorship by the owners would be archaeology, I think.
Anyway.
These are all terms that are probably
Non-canon
Non-canon.
non-canon.
and not super relevant.
I'm fascinated.
So, you make your way towards the Proudheart Lodge.
Yee.
All right. You, since you are kind of on the outskirts of the village, you actually see where the Proudheart Lodge, because that's where Thormund has his hut nearby. So you see them kind of leave the greater area of the town and then head into this large hunting lodge.
We had multiple hours in between them going to get the Buntsburg and coming back, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, cool. I'm going to turn into a cat,
Okay.
and I'm going to follow them.
Okay. Do you want to make a stealth check?
I'd like
Yeah.
you to describe the cat.
Okay.
Well, like all my creatures,
Massive beard.
no.
Oh.
But
Small beard.
gray and has a scar over the eye.
Okay.
You do kind of have like a goatee, like a little, like, you've all
Really?
seen
You
cats
even
with
have the-
beards, right?
You even have the backstory knockout scar over the same eye?
Do you have a scar over your eye?
whiskers.
He has
Yeah,
a scar
I'll change
on
it.
his-
I'll change it's
No,
a circle around my face.
Mine goes like around, just around the left eye.
I haven't really picked where my
Or
scar
like-
is, but I have facial scars.
To the
multiple.
left of my left eye, it goes from the top of his head down to his chin.
I have the Broly, like, no, the Bardock X,
yeah, like
face
the,
X
the,
scar.
the
yeah.
cheek cut, yeah.
Yeah, cheek cut. As a cat.
All right.
Badass cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, this is exciting. My laptop battery charged.
Yay.
It's been at 0 for the last...
If you
month.
unplug it, it'll be not charged.
It's at
immediately.
99% now.
I love that laptop.
I love that old laptop. Anyway.
Crab top.
Yes.
Hunter's Lodge.
Yes.
Hunter-
The
the
Proudheart
Proudheart
Lodge. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you enter the Proudheart Lodge. There's a fire kind of roaring on one side. You see Felden and another individual talking to Berna, who's the owner of the Proudheart Lodge. This individual is a androgynous half-elf with short black hair. They have pale blue eyes. And they wear a light blue long-sleeve button-up shirt and a gray vest.
Which elvish heritage does it look like? Drow? Wood
It-
elf?
It looks
High
High Elven. You would know. Like the rest of you might not know, but you would recognize High Elven.
Okay.
You hear kind of Felden say, "Well, if you see them, just let them know that I'm looking for them." And then he kind of turns around and sees the three of you walk in. Oh, I was actually looking for you.
We heard. I mean, not before, just now. Hi,
Oh,
Felden.
Hi. Oh, allow me to introduce you to my friend. This is Oris. They are a student of archaeology. And Oris steps forward, and they say, hello. Pleasure to meet the three of you. I actually, I did a bit of studying the carvings that was found in the windstone. I've been up all night studying them. I was hoping to speak with you sooner, but
Oh, well.
it afforded me some more time to better understand what I've learned. But first, I have not met you.
They call me Talon.
I'm Oris. Pleasure to meet you, Talon.
Cassius.
Pleasure to meet you, Cassius.
Man, Thorman.
Pleasure to meet you, Thormund.
If I can interrupt you for one moment, I actually need to speak to Berna about something.
Oh, yes, of course. I'll wait patiently.
Before you go, you hand us the etchings.
Yeah, here you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Oh.
While he's busy.
Yes, I will take
Here's
a
some
look at
etchings
these.
he took.
Yes, I did a bit of research in there myself already. But I appreciate these. You can't have too many etchings, of course.
Oh, you can keep those.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
They're autographed
That's a Talon original.
by the Spring King.
Autumn.
Is it on?
Yes.
Or in a
It's
Spring
harvest
Festival.
time.
That's why I said autumnal.
Okay.
Is there a fire in here?
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
a big roaring
old
fire.
roaring fire.
I'm gonna sneak in and lay down next to the fire.
Okay, yeah. So you approach Berna, and she's like this big, burly lady with like crazy big wild hair. She's
Human?
human, yes. And she says, "Hey there, Talon.
Evening.
Evening. So, you're, I guess I should refer to you as Majesty?" And she kind of like slaps you on the shoulder really hard.
I actually come bearing grave news.
Oh.
I'm going to pull out the identifying items from...
She looks at them and she says,
They've returned to Dagden's fold.
"That's a shame. I was actually curious did not return from last night's hunt. And I was hoping that they were just lost but I fear
We buried
the
their
worst.
bodies in the woods.
Thank you, Talon.
Thought you'd like to know. And you can keep these.
I appreciate it. But I have no need for these. And she turns them back over to you and she says, "You can keep their trapping equipment. Who knows, it might be useful sometime."
I find use for all sorts of things, so...
Of course.
Back into the coat.
Do you need to eat anything? We've got some,
Oh, what do you have cooking? It smells great.
we've got some boar, a bit of potato stew.
I haven't been able to bring anything in for the last couple of days. Sorry about that. I've got some gold for you, though.
Oh, well, don't worry about it. It's on me.
We've been busy celebrating, and as you've probably overheard, archaeology.
That's not a profession that I would have expected from you, but
I'm a man of many talents, apparently.
a jack of all trades.
A man of many talents.
Hey! High five!
Boo!
Oh,
Boo,
Let's do a real one.
stage.
yeah.
Boo! So,
Nailed it.
Oris and Felden go and sit at a table and await Talon to return. What are you, Cassius, and what are you, Thorman, doing?
I look down at the cat.
I was going to say, do I notice the cat?
Roll to notice kitty.
Roll to notice
Roll
kitty.
to notice kitty?
I rolled a 19. Plus
14.
minus 1, I
Passive
mean.
Perception.
Yeah, you wouldn't, and you're not really hiding.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, I would say,
I have a 13 passive perception.
I was gonna say like 10.
How do you determine passive? I always forget.
It's
We
10.
all zero
Oh,
in
10
on
plus
this
your wisdom.
Oh,
old
Plus
man
proficiency
Kit Kat.
bonus and perception if you have it, I believe.
okay, so 13.
Yeah, it's 10 plus. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
10 plus, yeah.
Yeah.
I would say like for a passive perception, I'd say 15.
Oh.
Or I don't know, 12.
I'm not hiding.
I know you're not
Can I do
hiding.
a perception to recognize
He
the
is in
scars?
front of the only light source in here, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I do a perception to notice the scars?
Yes.
Or handle animal, maybe? I don't know.
Don't touch me.
do
yeah.
a perception.
Perception.
I was actually going to...
Nat 20.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's stump.
Yeah.
I was going to cut some of the boar, like a slice of the boar, and leave it in front of the cat.
All right, yeah.
Pet it on the head a little.
Glad you could join us, I say to the cat.
I know, this one's cute.
Yeah.
You got a natural 20. Let's see if it's me or not.
Seems a little old, but
Just like when Talon got a natural 20 on watching you walk through the forest.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't get
Can't
one
be
by
cool
these
and
guys.
hide. Yeah.
you're a 20 magnet.
Well, that's why you're Stump and Twig. You're
And you got critically hit pretty nasty.
made
Yeah.
for each other.
Well, I say to it, well, to Stump Cat, well, I suppose you might as well be a part of this conversation. Glad you could join us.
Oh my.
Does it eat the food?
I don't know, does Stump eat the boar?
Yeah, I'll know at it.
Yeah.
Alright.
All right. So you sit at the table with Oris and Felden.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well, Felden says, I'll just sit here and observe.
Oh, I mean, if you have anything to contribute, feel free to speak up.
Oh, of course, yes.
But Orth,
Yes.
please indulge us. We are beyond curious at this point.
So it's... I'm sure you've already assumed that this Windstone is some sort of prison for this Uraq, the Baleful Wind.
Was.
Well, was. I understand. I was informed of the situation. So this prison was for this Uraq of the Baleful Wind, which in ages past plagued a Aarakocra community. Are any of you familiar with Aarakocra?
I recognize them on the wall, but
Shake my head.
They're an avian
I
race.
haven't had the pleasure of meeting them.
Well, we met their remains, which tried to kill us.
There aren't many Aarakocra left. There are small communities in the Cascade Mountains, but they once dominated this entire valley many years ago. Or I should say centuries ago. Even ancient for some elves. So the Aarakocra dominated this valley, and Uraq, the Baleful Wind, was once one of the celestial winds that these Aarakocra worshipped. And Uraq, he wasn't known as the Baleful Wind previously, but he came in contact with some otherworldly place known as the Far Realm, and it infected him in some way. And the Aarakocra gathered 4 great heroes to fight Uraq. These great heroes were known as Kernat, Clurai, Uriat, and Hyuka. And these 4 heroes, they sought to imprison Uraq in the Windstone, a prison that was constructed to do this. But Uraq plagued this valley, and even if they were to destroy him, he would always reform. He would break into fragments, and those fragments would flee, and they would, well, I don't know how to... I guess the best word to use would be possess people and infect them from the inside and hide until it grew back in power. Uraq did. So, the heroes, the 4 heroes, they learned something known as the Zephyr Terminus Ritual. And this ritual bound Uraq, and with that they were able to bind him inside the Windstone. And I did a bit more research about this Zephyr Terminus Ritual, but I wanted to stop because I'm throwing a lot of information at you right now, obviously, and I want to make sure that you are... you understand everything. Is there any questions? And I will help you as best as I can, of course.
So what would happen if all of the fragments couldn't come back together?
It's not a matter of the fragments coming back together. All it needs is one to grow into a new Uraq.
What happens to the other ones?
They dissipate. It's sort of a...
Wait, so they all infect different people,
And the strongest one becomes Uraq.
and then what happens to the other ones?
That I'm not sure. There might be some other form of creature that it forms, a lesser wind elemental, or... I don't know.
Is there any information on how many shards it splits up into?
I did not get that information, no.
Because I think it was at least 5.
Well, at some point I would maybe like the details of the Zephyr Terminus, the imprisoning method that they used.
From what I understand, is it required 4 heroes to perform this ritual, and they learned it from some place known as Heaven's Ascension, which is a temple in the Cascade Mountains. And this was originally the temple that Uraq, one of the celestial winds, resided. And from what I understand, this ritual required the 4 heroes to complete it, and it required some relics that they each possessed.
Something like this. I held up the buckler.
Yes, that one I do.
How about this?
That's
And I
another
pulled
one.
the knife out.
Yes, those two. Those are 2 of the artifacts. I believe the other 2 might be at this Heaven's Ascension.
Yeah, Cassius like pats himself down. Wait, I didn't find anything. There.
Damn worms.
Worms? And
Eric Oker would like worms.
so
Probably.
this temple, this Heaven's Ascension, if Uraq is still out there, the best way of defeating him is learning this ritual and binding him back in the Windstone.
Well, guess we're going on a trip.
Does this ritual at all involve the perhaps blood of someone of celestial heritage?
It's a possibility. I have not considered that, but I'm not sure. It
Meow.
Tends to be used for a lot of things.
I look down at
Wait,
the
what
cat.
was
You
that?
good to travel?
Meow.
All right, he's good to go.
Oh, he's coming with us?
Wait. Okay.
You just adopt a cat?
that is
No.
a cute kitty, and they kind of pet the cat. No,
I don't use claws, but I kind of like
Bad at
punch his hand.
Yeah.
that cat's a bit. It's got a bit of an attitude.
I like it.
Yeah, he's a guy. He's a nice guy.
Well, is there any other questions? I mean, I haven't.
It's been a long day. Nothing jumps out at me immediately, but there are 4. Did it mention what the other artifacts may have been?
It did not.
Mm-hmm.
It seems that the other 2 artifacts belonged to the 2 heroes who survived the ritual.
And does this binding need to be done at the, say, 4 pillars? Or does it just need to
Yes.
finally reside
The
there?
Windstone is needed for the ritual, I believe. So, whatever you learn from Heaven's Ascension, whatever method of binding Uraq will need to be done there.
All right.
At the Windstone,
At the Windstone, yes.
where we found him originally.
Yes. Unless you want to construct another prison for him.
Isn't the
I'm more
Windstone
in woodwork.
broken? I say this to you guys as me, not Stump.
Oh,
Isn't it broken?
Oh, it's just stopped.
At a game,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's still physically intact, right?
Well, the Windstone, the building, the big building, but one of the pillars was
The obelisk is intact. The pillars themselves inside the obelisk.
only one of them was destroyed.
Oh,
the other
wow.
ones were
Oh.
like the troglodyte had
Drained 'em?
dispelled the magic. Like
Okay, so we need to reconstruct one, probably.
yes,
Speaking of which,
I'm sure I'll get a spell by then. That
What?
could do that.
Forge obelisk.
what could have possibly brought that monster to come and dispel it?
I suppose we should give you some background. Yes, when we showed up, the place was being raided by kobolds led by a troglodyte, and they seem to be very intentionally directed towards Uraq.
that is an excellent question. I don't have answers, but I do have conjecture. It's possible that it's some sort of cult worshipping something from the far realm.
And what is this far realm you're talking about?
Is it like the first realm?
That's not quite. It's an alien place where dimensions as we know it don't quite work. Up and down it's not really a thing there. Left and right, directional dimensions. It's a place of creatures that would be unnatural in our world. Things that don't quite fit, if that makes sense.
And I imagine this place ain't easily accessible.
Heaven's Ascension or the Far Realm?
The Far Realm.
Not that I know of.
Far
no.
distant and all.
Though, from what I understand, there are occasionally breaches into this place.
And apparently one happened to this Uraq.
Yes.
Well, you've been much more helpful than... You've been a font of information.
You really have.
Well, I appreciate it.
Horus, was it?
Horus, yes. That's my name.
Making sure I remember.
Yes.
And what can we possibly do to repay you for this?
Actually, I was hoping that I could come along.
I scoff as a cat.
I don't see a problem with it. You have any fighting capabilities?
I did study fencing.
Not nothing.
I do have some spellcasting capabilities.
He seems alright with it.
Meow.
I like motion towards Stump. He seems alright with it.
Oh, good.
Wait, what?
Huh? You,
Double takes to the cat.
that's Stump, by the way. I thought you knew.
I'm just like, oh. I stopped petting the
I
cat.
wouldn't let you pet me.
I've declared I've petted you like 4 times now.
Oh, well,
You hadn't
every
stopped
time
me
I
yet.
pat you away.
Well, then I bat back at your...
Yeah.
Oh, like you're a cat playing with me.
Talon's just persistent. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's Stump, by the way.
He thinks you're just a cat playing hard to get.
I pull my hand away. I'm like, well, that's awkward.
But yes, I would like to come along. I'm not the most battle-hardened archaeologist, but I...
Be good to have someone learned in such things.
I would be very much... it'd be a great joy to visit this temple. Something that I've wanted to do a bit more in-the-field archaeology.
All right. Well, if you know where it is...
I have a vague recollection of where it is. It will take some time to travel there.
How far away is it?
From, I would say, anywhere between 2 to 3 days travel.
That ain't too bad.
That is not nearly as bad as I was thinking.
I mean, the Cascade's right over that way, I point.
Yes, it's there, and then we'd have to go into the mountains.
I suppose Uraq didn't veer far from home.
Guess not. All right, well, I've got some things to prepare for going to the mountains, so I'll be off for the night. Pleasure meeting you.
A pleasure to meet you as well. Are we leaving in the morning? Is that the plan?
I assume so.
Oh,
What time of day is
this
it?
is my first expedition. I'm a little excited.
It is now. Are you allowed to leave Talon? Until the festival? I just...
I mean, the festival
I don't-
festival here.
I don't think they can tell the king what to do.
Your kingly duties shan't keep you.
I like that, Felden says, having been quiet this entire time.
Glad you're here. Glad you're here, Felden. You gonna be joining us?
Oh, no.
All right.
I'm a bit past that. My old adventuring days. I'm just going to be fat and happy here at my cidery.
Yeah. Well.
Thank you for introducing us to Oris here.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, of course. Oris is a good friend.
All right. Well, I got the things to prepare. I'll see y'all in the morning, bright and early.
Actually,
Oh, never mind.
I think we'll see you next week.
Oh. It's gonna be a whole week before we leave.
It's going to be a whole week before we leave.
Oh, wow, so we've got plenty of time.
What is this? The Lord of the Rings? We spend like 10 years before we go off to Mount Doom.
I'm going on an adventure. All right.
All right.
You have
Yeah.
my
That was good. That was good.
You have my Eldritch Blast.
You have my axe.
Meow, meow, meow.
And now I have your axe.
Intro, outro, and sound engineering performed by Lee Nesbitt. You can find more of his work at undercoverbeard.bandcamp.com. Background music is provided by Epidemic Sound, and the artwork is provided by Alex. And we'd like to give a very special thank you to our listeners.
Yeah, that means you. Especially you. You're very special. And don't you ever let anyone else tell you otherwise. I'm a man of many talents, apparently.
A man of many talons.
High five.
Boo!